Well, Kevin and I redeemed ourselves with that one.
Yeah. You know,
Well,
Vinny, what's his last name? Go ahead, say it, George.
Magalhaes.
See, man.
Magalhaes. I think it was Magalhaes. Whatever. Put it this way. They finally found someone for Phil Davis to fight who has worse stand-up than Phil Davis. And Phil Davis' stand-up looked 1,000% better than it ever has. And as Rogan said through all 3 rounds, this is the best striking we've ever seen.
But the fans of Dirty Jersey didn't like that shit.
No,
because they were booing
dumb.
like shit.
They're stupid.
You think that's what it
Yes,
was?
because because obviously none of them know anything about the sport. The dude did exactly what he had to do to win. The only thing I would have liked to seen him do
Is choke out his ex-girlfriend?
I was going to say, you use some of the moves he uses at home, but obviously that's more of a ground game he uses at home, and he didn't want to do it against Vinny because Vinny's ground game's a little bit better than his baby brother.
He was not going to get on the ground with that guy. Because,
No.
I mean, it was smart, you know?
Exactly. I mean, why would you do that? Dude, he was killing him with the jab. That, like I said, the only thing I would have liked to seen is a straight left and maybe a right to the body or a right kick to the body or even a left kick to the body. Yeah. Because Vinny would just bring both hands up like this and leave his body open all day long.
And they said Vinny had worked on his Muay Thai and everything like this, but it's exactly where. I mean, that's it. I don't know who's in his camp, who he's practicing that with, but he did not press Phil Davis. He did not have a sense of urgency to take Phil Davis to the ground. And Phil Davis, on the other hand, his striking was much improved against a guy who really isn't a formidable opponent.
Offered nothing in retort to his striking.
And that's taking nothing away from Phil Davis' game because he's obviously a great light heavy because he, like we said,
he's only got 1 loss, and he's ranked currently at number 8. Now, there's a guy 2 slots ahead of him at 6 who handed him his one and only loss, and that's Rashad Evans.
Right.
Why not? If Rashad Evans isn't cutting down the 185, because that was the big
Let me ask you, who's sitting at number 5 in the light heavyweight class right now?
Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira.
Let him fight him. Did he fight him?
Little Nog?
Yeah.
I thought he fought Little Nog.
He might have fought Little Nog. But, I mean, I want to see him fight somebody beside Rashad Evans because I would see that being another decision.
He could fight Shogun.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Have him fight Shogun.
I mean, but this puts Phil Davis back in contention. He still needs, to me, he needs to now fight somebody in the top 3 to 4 or top 1, top 5.
Right.
And win decisively, and then we can kind of think of. I mean, he can't beat John Jones.
I mean, and to me, to fight one of those guys, any of those guys in the top 5, his boxing looked good, his stand up looked good. He used his jab. He's very lengthy. It was great, but I still think he probably needs a little bit more power.
Right.
Because, I mean, this guy Vinny was a target. I mean, why not put him? I don't know why he couldn't put him away. I know it's easy for me to say it.
Well, it's easy for both of us to say it. But, I mean, to me, I think if he goes to the body more often, early on, this fight doesn't get out of the 2nd round.
It doesn't.
He just kept throwing punches into this guy's forearms. I'm like, why are you wasting energy punching this guy's forearms?
Yeah, it was just crazy. Anyway,
now, I remember a long time ago when Phil Davis first came out, I said,
far away.
Huh?
Nothing.
No, not in a galaxy far, far away. I said I think that guy has potential to give John Jones a run for his money. And if he continues to improve in the way he has from his last fight to this fight, I think in a year or 2 he might pose a threat.
He's got a style that could match up pretty good. But we're going to fucking wrap it up.
We got to go because the Blood Diamond match is on.
Yes.